Okay, this one is going to be so easy and so cute when you're done. You're going to need, I already cut my pieces, you need 3 7 by 9 inch pieces. You'll need 2 fat quarters, or you can use scrap fabrics. You need some real stretchy, thin, skinny elastic, some ribbon. This is ribbon, this is lace. I got cotton lace. You can use whatever you want, whatever you find. You can make these however you want them in your style. But right now, you just put these layers together because we're going to be sewing this on this. So what you want to do is you want to take one, and it'll be up here, and you're going to be sewing this to this. So you'll want it this way. So you'll sew these 2 edges together, which, like I said, I'm serging mine. I'll probably end up selling this. So you're going to serge or sew zigzag stitch right across this edge here. And then when you get that done, you'll put the bottom one on that one. You'll flip this over and then put these 2 right sides together and sew those. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'll show you what I done. So I went ahead with the sewing, but as you can see, I serged mine, and then I ironed them in. So now you're going to take this, and you are going to be hemming this under. Now I will use my rolled hemmer to hem mine, but you want to fold it under, iron it, and then fold it under and give it a quick hem because we're going to be sewing our lace on. Okay? I'm going to show you my little 2 rolled hemmer and show you how to do this. I hope you can see, but all I do is, I've showed you this before, but it doesn't hurt to have a refreshing. I go in just a little bit and pinch down. Then I go in just a little bit more and pinch down. It's going to be a skinny little seam since I'm doing a 2. Then I carefully slide it under here and put my foot down, and then I'll just stitch a couple and then put my needle down. Has to be in the fabric because you're going to be maneuvering this. Now you're going to pick this up. My fat hands will probably get in the way. What you're going to do is you're going to slide your fabric over this little thumb here, or finger, whatever you want to call it, and it'll sit right like that, right? Then you put your foot down, and mine is over enough where I see down in there it is going to catch nicely. Okay, you'll have to adjust your needle over, and then I like to pick mine up and kind of hold it and then sew. You'll see it curling around as it goes in and tucked under this little, doohanky with the finger. I don't know what you call it, but you know what I mean. And I don't know, I hope you can see this. I'm trying to stay out of the way, but I do hold mine up and over just a little. It seems to help it curl. I don't know why. And then I pull this with this because sometimes it'll get away from me and go over here. And then you're all out of whack. And there you go. It's right down the middle. Now I could have stood to be over some, but you see how that got a little out of whack right there, but it's okay. Anyway, there's your seam, so I'm going to do the same on the other side. Now, I took my glue stick, just to show that it didn't gum up my needle. I already done it. I do it all the time, but I have people tell me it gums up your needle. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Just pin it. But that's skinny, and it's going to be hard to get a pin in there, so I'm not even going to try. So what I'm going to do is I want that one going that way, and then I want this one going this way. This will go this way, so you want 2 up, 2 down. So I'm just going to take, now this one could be pinned, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to take, this is just Jot glue from the Dollar Tree. That's what, pardon me, my nose itches. That's just what I use. So I want mine right in the crack of this. So I'm just going to take my glue and I'm going to put a line of glue here. All the way down. This glue washes out, so it's no biggie if you get it everywhere. Now you're going to just take your, I hope y'all don't see my fat head, Lord have mercy. Take your lace and just push it down into the glue, okay? Right up against this edge. Now, sewing on this edge, I'm not even going to lie, it's tedious, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But it is so worth it when it's done. These are so stinking cute. And you can do these with any fabrics. It doesn't have to be farmhouse. It's just I know I probably could sell this here. So now that I got that on, I'm just going to let it dry. And I'm going to do the same right here. And I'm just going to put my glue down here. I'm just going to press it. Make sure you got it on the end. My glue's drying already. Press it in right there along that edge. And this is one of the reasons why I ironed it. So I could have a nice edge when I'm putting this down. Okay. Now you want to do all this trim before you sew it. Because if you don't, it's going to be a pain. It's way easier to do it this way. So I'm going to add my other one to this end. Now we're just going to go sew it. Now I'm going to go slow so I can pay attention. But make sure all your thread is back where it belongs. You know where my bobbin is, okay? And then you want your needle to hit right on that little bitty line right there. So good luck. Good luck. All right. Now you're going to do that to the other ones as well. Now that you have all that on, ain't it pretty? Now your lace will be different. You might not have just, sorry. Hold on. Good Lord, I choked on my spit. Y'all ever do that? Your lace would be different. You might not have those little holes in there, you know, to contend with or whatever, but I did, so that's how I done it. And my needle is not got any sticky on it, just so you know, from the Jot glue sticks from the Dollar Tree. Okay? Just saying. Now you'll want to get your elastic. Make sure your elastic's thin and stretchy. And where does this come in at? Right there. Very stretchy. Alright? What we're going to do is, I'm not going to take it off of here. I'm not going to tell you how much you need because I don't know. What I'm going to do is, I am going to go right down this line right here, okay? I am actually going to go down this line right here. And what you're going to want is about 1.5 inches to 2 inches down, okay? 1.5 inches to 2 inches down is good. Because if you go down too far, you're going to go 2 and 2. You won't have much room for bags. Now, you can also make these any size you want. You can make them smaller or you can make them bigger. That's up to you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my elastic here and I'm going to stretch it as I'm sewing a zigzag. I'll show you over at the machine. I'm going to try my best not to hit the camera. But what I'm going to do is, I got my stitch on zigzag. And when you do that, you have to make sure your zigzag goes in your elastic, okay? I mean, you're not going to want to, there's an elastic one that has dun 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 dun. It'll work too, which is probably what I'm going to use because I'm stretching. And that stitch looks like this. The one that's lit up right here. See the dashes in it? You can use that one or the normal zigzag. It's up to you. And I'm going to try to do this without bumping the camera. I'm going to start my zigzag. It's a little wide, so I'm going to go in just a hair. Now I'm going to pull. You want to pull your elastic pretty tight because you're going to, this is how it's going to close up to hold your bags. I am pulling just a little, not a lot. Your feed dogs will do your work for you. Now see how this gathered this up? So when you sew it together, this is where your bags are going to come in and out. You're going to do this at the top and the bottom. Now all you're going to do is you're going to take your bag holder and you're going to match up your sides and then sew down the sides. Now you can do a zigzag afterwards to cover this up. I'm just going to go over to the serger and I'm going to serge mine because I already serged everything else, and like I said, I'll probably be sewing this. So I'm just going to serge it all the way down. So you're going to need a hook to hang it. By the way, I love my serger. Can't say that enough, but make sure you have the top, okay? So these don't matter, but I know my chickens are going that way, okay? So I'm going to take and make a loop with my ribbon. Now you can use whatever, and I really don't like a long loop. That's up to you. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to snip it off. Now this is ribbon that frays, so when that does that, you want to singe your ribbon without burning yourself. That was my fault. I know better. Anyway, now I'm going to put this here, and it is going to hang out a little, and I'm putting it on the inside, and that's because I don't want it hanging on the outside, see? And I am just going to take where that seam is, and I'm going to stitch this into the seam. And I'm just going to hand stitch, believe it or not. So I'm going to put it down, and I'm going to make sure that I got a knot, and I'm just going to secure this with some stitches, just going around and around. And a little ways up. And that's all I'm going to do. If you want to do this with a machine, you could. This is just as easy for me, even though I don't like the hand stitch, you know, but hey, it's just a little, so it's fine. Just enough to tack it on. That's all I'm doing. And there you go. Now you can flip it the right way. Now you can make these longer, but I don't know who wants a big, long bag holder anymore hanging down their wall. You know, but how cute is this? I mean, these would sell so nice at a craft fair. Seriously, especially, well, anywhere. Now, to make this a little cuter, you know I gotta add a bow. So I'm just gonna take this, loop it over, loop it around, make my bow. Whew, that's a bow, ain't it? Just a shoestring bow is all it is. And since this is loopy, I don't want it real big, because then it'll be flopping down. You can make these out of fabric or whatever you want. And I'm just going to put a bow right there. That's all I'm going to do. I go into my local dollar store sometimes, and they know me because I live in a small town, and they're like, I've had them ask me, why are you buying a lighter if you don't, you don't smoke or whatever. I want to tell them it's none of your business really, but tell them you never know when you want to burn something. Then they really look at me funny. But it's, ribbon. I used to be a bow maker, so I did ribbon a lot. And I just thought it was funny. So all I'm going to do now is tack this down. You can glue it if you want to. There you go. That is so stinking cute. How cute is that? And like I said, these will sell at craft fairs easy. I would probably sell them for probably $15 a piece. Depends on where you are. You get more money in certain places. You get less money in certain places. Just depends on your area. So if you like this, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. And I'll see you next time. You are a blessing. Goodbye.